Padre Pio was not merely a priest. He was a storm of grace wrapped in humble flesh, a soul who walked through invisible wars and came out drenched in the fragrance of Christ. Born Francesco Forgiani in Pietrelcina, Italy, he grew up in quiet poverty and deep devotion. The kind of devotion that doesn't whisper faith politely but clings to God like a child holding tight during a thunderstorm. He entered the Capuchin friars, took the name Pio, and heaven opened over him in fierce and tender ways. He bore the wounds of Christ, the stigmata, not as decoration but as burning proof that suffering has meaning in the hands of God. Doctors examined him, doubters mocked him, Rome watched him. Yet the wounds remained, bleeding for 50 long years while he offered Mass with a mystical sorrow that made grown men tremble and repent. His body was a battlefield where unseen battles raged, and his heart, a furnace of intercession. He didn't see souls as statistics, but as precious lights flickering in the wind, and he fought to keep them burning. People traveled from across the earth to see him in San Giovanni Rotondo, waiting hours for confession just to have him read their hearts like open books. He saw sins unspoken. He exposed spiritual wounds with razor truth and then healed with gentleness soaked in mercy. Some trembled in fear at his piercing gaze. Others wept into his hands, feeling the nearness of God spill over them. He spoke few words about himself, but when he spoke of Christ, the air itself felt like prayer. Miracles followed him like shadows. Healings, bilocation, prophetic warnings, spiritual perfume in the air where no roses stood. Yet he never claimed power. He claimed weakness and pointed only to Jesus. His prayer was simple but thunderous. Pray, hope, and don't worry. Worry, he said, is useless. God is merciful. If Padre Pio knew anything, it was that God's mercy hunts souls more fiercely than sin can destroy them. But don't mistake holiness for ease. He suffered sickness, slander, doubts thrown at him like stones. There were days the devil beat him, nights he wrestled with darkness, mornings he dragged himself to the altar like a soldier limping into battle. Yet he stayed, he prayed, he endured, and in his endurance he became a living homily on the cross, that love is strongest when it bleeds. When he died in 1968, he whispered Jesus, Mary, the names he lived for, the names that lifted him through every tear, every miracle, every confession that saved a wandering soul. His life was not a fairy tale, it was a flame. Flames burn, flames purify, flames draw the cold to warmth and the lost to light. Let his story shake you awake. Holiness is not distant. God does not choose only the spotless. He chooses the surrendered. Padre Pio was simply a man who refused to let go of heaven, and heaven refused to let go of him. If you want a miracle, begin where he began, on your knees with a heart cracked open, whispering faith into the silence. Seek Christ with that same fire. Pray, hope, and do not fear. The God who held Padre Pio close can hold you too.